Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David and Devin, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, I'm going to be giving you another prediction video, and this is the second last team I'm going to be doing. Has to do with Florida, where I am. So this team, the last team, is going to be UCF, and then I'm done with the Florida team, so then I'll move on to a different team. And I'll probably do this like every Friday, considering last week's one. Literally, last week's one was the University, Florida State University. But today's video, we're going to be talking about the University of Central Florida, the Knights. Now, the University of Central Florida definitely had a very good season last season. They finished in the top 10 of rankings, and they made it to a bowl game. Unfortunately, when they came to the bowl game, they did not do very well, and they got beaten. And they got beaten kind of badly because they made all these claims that they were national champions and everything like that. When you can't be national champions if you don't win your bowl game and if you don't make it at least close. Because they played one of the very best teams in the college football world in LSU in the bowl game. And they got beat by a score of... I forgot the score. Actually, never mind, guys, because I'm looking at the score right here, and they actually did make it close, which I take everything back about that I said about UCF, but still, you gotta win the games, especially against a very good team, against the number 11th ranked at the time, LSU. Now, based off of UCF's schedule, which I have right here in front of me, I will give you my prediction on whether I think UCF will make it back to a bowl game, or whether I think they will not, which is obviously likely that they're going to make it back. Even though their quarterback could maybe miss the season. I just read about that before anything else. So, starting off the schedule for UCF football, they face FAMU. Now, I would do a video about FAMU, but FAMU really doesn't have a very good football team. So, this is going to be an easy win for UCF. Next game, they play at FAU. And they're going to beat FAU because FAU doesn't have a better football team than them. The next one is going to be a loss at Stanford. Stanford, I checked the schedule of Stanford. They only have 4 losses, and some of those teams they lost. They only lost one team, I think, that wasn't ranked, and that was against Utah. But they lost against a lot of teams that were ranked, so I give them a pass on that. But Stanford, I think, is overall a better team than UCF, and I think Stanford will beat UCF in the third game of the season to get their first loss of the season. Now, the next few games are all wins up until the last game of the season. Pittsburgh, that's a win. UConn, that's a win. Cincinnati, that's a win. ECU, that's a win. Temple, that's a win. Houston, that's a win. Tulsa, that's a win. Tulane, that's a win. Pittsburgh, they beat this past season. SMU, they beat, well, why did I say SMU? Most of the teams that I just said they beat, I think the only ones they didn't beat were probably like Tulsa and Tulane. But the other teams they did beat, and it was clearly obvious that they're going to beat them again because, come on, UCF didn't really lose any players that they had last season. But the final game is the rivalry game, and you guys know who the rivalry game for UCF is. It's the University of South Florida. I gave this one to UCF because I think UCF is going to pull out a shocker on rivalry week, and Charlie Strong is going to get the win for USF this season. Yeah, so that's what I really think. I really think UCF is going to lose 2 games against Stanford and USF, which is funny enough at home. I think they're going to lose at home to both those teams, even though it is tougher to beat the teams at home than it is away. For those teams to beat UCF at home than it is away. But I think UCF is going to have a record of 10-2, and that will definitely mean they will get into a bowl game, but I don't know where it's going to have them ranked, because a lot of teams could have only 1 or 2 losses. And if UCF, I think the only loss I think they actually could turn around and win is the USF one, but still, that could put them like 11th. And their division is really not one of the divisions that everybody cares about. It's not one of the tough divisions, so they're definitely not going to be ranked in the top, near the top 5, but they could be close to the top 10. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later with another video. See you guys later. Peace.